Well, I'm awake. I've been awake for most of the day. It's 1:54 p.m. right now. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. What is today? Saturday. Saturday. Russ asked me the question. He asked me if I was going to join him for L&L tonight, Leather and Lace. And I said no. I said it's because my knee. Look, I don't want to dance. I don't want loud. I want a quiet day. Maybe I should have just said that. Why the fuck did I just say that? Well, other than my knee, I didn't lie to him. I just didn't tell him I want a quiet day. That was stupid. I'm going to tell him later. Anyways, my knee is hurt. My knee. I don't know if you can hear it. Well, I'm sure you heard that. Yeah, it just pops. It's not a pop lock, a drop it situation. Hold on 1 minute.
A few moments later.
Anyways, I was chatting with Bailey. This is what has happened. I have my toaster over here. You see it's empty. Can you hear this? You might not be able to hear it. It's a little crackling sound. That's because I dropped butter into the toaster. Don't do that. You can't get it out with a knife. So I unplugged it. And then I brought it over the sink. The bottom out. So that you can take the bottom out so you can clean it with the crumbs. How do you do that? Every toaster is different, but mine has this. Slide it. Pull it open. And that's where all your crumbs and everything go in. Slide it back. And then you do this unplugged. I had to take a knife, which you should never do to a toaster plugged in, because you will get electrocuted. And then I had to poke it out the bottom. So there was butter in the sink. I don't know if you saw it, the little chunks of butter in the sink. So anyways, I'm just making some pepper and onion omelet with toast, buttered toast. And then I ran a butter cycle. What do you call this? The timer. I toasted the butter. I don't know. It's on a 3. I'm gonna turn that up a little bit. I like the time. It's a 3. I need a garbage bag. So I haven't made omelets in a while. This is how I do it. I don't do the traditional scramble the eggs, cook part of it, top it, fold it over. I don't do that. This is what I do. I scramble the eggs and put the stuff in the eggs in here in a pot. And then I cover it. I add this stuff and I cover it. There's oil on the bottom, so it's kind of getting fried. Hold on. See, toast. 4 slices. 2 for me, 2 for Russ. And then I'll cut this in half. And wait, how do I know when it's done? I gotta flip it. And then it'll be done. Yes, it is a little overcooked on the one side, but it's okay. We will survive.
2,000 years later.
I did brush my hair. Brushing my hair is always a to-do. Unlike people with straight hair, they can just brush their hair. Can't do that with curly hair. You have to get it wet. And then you can brush it out. And that's a struggle. It's not just brush, done. Brush. It's hard because it tangles. Anyway, I've learned my lesson here when it comes to Walmart Plus delivery. Okay? Walmart delivery. There are some items that you should not allow them to pick out for you. One of those items is bananas. Look how green these bananas are. They will need to sit out on the counter for several days before they are ready to eat or do anything with. Why did I buy 6 bananas? Because, well, I also purchased peanut butter and oats and eggs. So banana, peanut butter, oats, and eggs. You're gonna mix them together, and you make some kind of protein cookie or healthy cookie. I'm trying my best to stay away. This year, I'm staying away or cutting back severely on unnatural sugars. This is not helping, but I have them. I don't waste. I just can't waste. Anyhow, still watching What We Do in the Shadows. So if you're gonna order, hi kitty. If you're gonna order from Walmart Plus, maybe don't do produce. You know, if you go to pick out your own produce. I just don't want to go to the store. I need somewhere else to go. I wish there was, like, not the mall, but somewhere else I could go to that would be fun to be in. Like a quiet, but not boring. Not like a library. Anyway, Honeycrisp apple. Okay, just making sure there wasn't any sticker. Nom nom nom. It was waxy. But I like apple. It's good for fiber and natural sugars. I have a grilled cheese sandwich. It's got prosciutto on it. Prosciutto and Gouda. And I crusted the outside with mayo, which I normally use butter, but I'm out. So, mayo. I'm hesitant to eat it not because I think it would be gross, but because I'm having thoughts of why am I eating it? Am I actually hungry, or am I eating out of boredom? Why am I bored? I'm watching a funny show. What is it that is, why am I eating? Am I actually hungry? I think I need therapy.
2 hours later.
Alright, it's 11:52. Honestly, I thought it would be later. Start falling asleep on the couch here. I'm just gonna shut everything down. Ooh, oh, my back. Everything hurts. You know, just my back. My back hurts. Anyways, Russ took an Uber, which is great. Let's go fill the water. What would you do if you saw a person? I haven't seen this, but I'm just saying, like, scenarios. Sometimes I think of weird scenarios and what I would do in those scenarios. So, for example, I was just thinking, I was looking out the window of my kitchen, for my kitchen sink, the window, and I thought, what would I do if I saw somebody in my backyard wandering around? And I'm like, well, it depends on the situation. Do they look threatening, or do they look hungry? If they look hungry, I would feed them. I would say, come in, be warm, and have a sandwich. If they look threatening, I would call the cops. I think that's what I would do. You know, would I try to get a picture of the person? Yeah, I think that I would. If I did feed the hungry person, would they come back? Or would they just say thank you and move on? I guess I would have to make it clear to them, like, it's a one-time deal. Don't just live in our shack or something. I don't know. I always think of different weird scenarios that might happen that are not likely to happen. Unlikely scenarios. I just think about them and then I'm like, what would I do in those scenarios? Anywho, I'm like so tired and I'm gonna go to bed after I'm done pooping. So have yourself a good night. I hope you had a great weekend. Tomorrow is Sunday, so I'll see you Monday. Toodles.
Hey, that's something everyone can enjoy.